Now we find the response of high pass RC circuit for ramp input. So we already know the high pass RC circuit. The high pass RC circuit consists capacitor in series and the resistor in parallel. So when we are applying input voltage Vi, we are getting some current passing through this circuit, and due to this input voltage we are getting some output V0. Okay, we already know the equation for V0 in terms of Vi. Again I am writing here. So by applying KVL at the input, we are getting Vi is equal to, what is the voltage across the capacitor? 1 by C integral I dt, plus what is our voltage across the resistor? Voltage across the resistor is VR, that is nothing but I into R. But we know that the output voltage is measured across the resistor, therefore the V0 is given by IR, or it can be written as R is equal to V0 by I, or I is equal to V0 by R. So let us substitute V0 is equal to IR in the first equation and I is equal to V0 by R. Then we are getting equation as Vi is equal to 1 by C integral, in place of I am substituting V0 by R, V0 by R dt, plus in place of IR I am substituting V0. So V0. So this is the equation. Now differentiating on both sides. What we are getting? Differentiating on both sides, then what we are getting the equation? dVi by dt is equal to 1 by C V0 by R plus dV0 by dt. So let it be, this is equation number 2. So for which input we are taking this response? For ramp input we are finding the response. So we already know that the definition of ramp signal is given by the ramp signal amplitude is linearly increases with the time. So the ramp signal Vi of t is defined as alpha t for t greater than or equal to 0. So for t greater than or equal to 0, 0 for t less than 0. That means it is defined only after t equal to 0. So substitute this Vi value in equation 2. Then what we are getting? D by dt of, what is Vi value? Vi value is alpha t is equal to 1 by RC V0 plus dV0 by dt. So what is the differentiation of alpha t with respect to t? This is nothing but alpha is equal to 1 by RC V0 dV0 by dt. So this is, let us assume that the third equation. So this is a differential equation, linear differential equation. The solution for this one is, solution for above differential equation consists in two parts, that is V0 is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. What do you mean by particular integral and complementary function? So we already know that the above differential equation consists of two parts. The first one is complementary function and second one is particular integral. So first let us find the complementary function. What do you mean by complementary function? Complementary function is also known as steady state response. Complementary function is also known as natural response or transient response. So without applying any signal we are getting this response. That's why it is called as natural response or transient response. Generally the complementary function solution is in the form of V0 is equal to k into e power minus t by RC. So this is the natural response or complementary function. Let it be, this is equation X. Now coming to next one. What is the next one? Particular function, particular integral. So second one. So this one I am take it as a, this one I am name it as 1 and let it be next second one. What is second one? Second one is particular integral. So it is also called as forced response or steady state response. Okay, so this will depends on the input applied. So depending on the input what we are applying, such that we are getting this response. So steady state means it having the constant. Okay, so the value of particular integral is constant. So it is always constant. It is always constant. That means its derivative is 0. That means its derivative is 0. So I take the original equation. What is the original equation? Alpha is equal to 1 by RC V0 plus dV0 by dt. This is the original equation. So this equation, in this equation I am substituting d by dt. So it can be written as 1 by RC plus d by dt. I am take it as d into V0. So if d value is 0, so for particular integration d value is 0, then alpha is equal to 1 by RC V0. So V0 is equal to alpha into RC. So let it be, this is equation 5. Okay, so from equations X and Y, the solution of V0 is, so what is the solution? Alpha RC plus, what is the solution for complementary function? K into e power minus t by RC. So the forced response is alpha into RC. The natural response is K into e power minus t by RC. The natural response is same for any function. The complementary function, that is nothing but, the particular integral is varies depending on the input function. Okay, so this is the solution we are getting. Now we need to find k0 value. How to find k0 value? By applying initial conditions. Find k value. Okay, so at t is equal to 0 plus then what happened? What is vi value at t equal to 0? The function is, I am already defined what is function at v t is equal to 0, alpha t value t. If you are substituting t value is 0, then alpha into 0, so the vi value becomes 0. So vi value is equal to 0. If vi value is 0, then what about v0 value becomes 0. So substitute this in above equation. V0 value as 0, alpha into RC. So here we are substituting. Okay, so plus k into e power 0. So t value, if we are substituting t value is 0, then we are getting this one. So from this equation what we are getting? K value is minus alpha RC. Substitute. So let it be, this is equation number 4. Okay, so substitute k value in equation 4. Then what we are getting? V0 is equal to alpha RC minus alpha RC into e power minus t by RC. So alpha RC take common, then we are getting alpha RC is into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. So this is the expression for output or the response of RC high pass circuit for ramp input. So from this we need to draw the output waveform. So let us start the output waveform. So here what we are getting? V0 is equal to alpha RC into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. This is we are getting. Okay, so now here I am taking two conditions. One is RC value is less than t, and RC value is greater than t. So let it be, start with the first condition. If the time constant of RC circuit is much less than the time period of the input signal, then what will be this? Okay, so let us start with the equation. If RC value is small, RC is small, then what about T by RC? T by RC is large. If T by RC is large, e power minus T by RC becomes what? E power minus T by RC. So because of this minus signal, this will be negligible. So e power minus T by RC is very small. So therefore, as compared to 1, minus T by RC is very small. Therefore V0 we are getting as, so V0 we are getting as alpha into RC 1 minus e power RC 1 minus e power minus t by RC. Here e power minus t by RC is very much less than 1. Therefore here we are neglect this term. Therefore what we are getting? V0 is equal to alpha RC. V0 is equal to alpha RC for RC is much less than t. Okay, next go to second condition. What is the second condition? If RC value is greater than t. If RC value is greater than t, then t by RC value is small. If RC value is large, then t by RC value is small. E power minus t by RC value becomes what? If x value is small, then e power minus x value becomes 1 minus x. Therefore 1 minus t by RC. So V0 is equal to alpha RC into 1 minus e power minus t by RC. If e power minus t by RC value, we are substituting 1 minus t by RC. What it becomes? 1 plus t by RC. Therefore minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. Alpha RC into t by RC get cancelled. V naught is equal to alpha t for RC greater than T. So these 2 points we have to remember. Okay, now let's move on to the graph, the first one. So here I am consider T with respect to V naught of T. That means output we have to draw. Okay, so we already know that the input is ramp function, so it is linearly increases with respect to time. So this is alpha t. So this is input signal Vi. Okay, now here what is the condition? RC value is much less than T. Therefore what it represents? So when that RC value is much less than T, what happens? The capacitor charges quickly. Let us see the waveform of the capacitor. The capacitor starts charging quickly to, so this is the capacitor charging. Okay, so this is I represented as Vc. Therefore now what happened for the resistance value? If the capacitor is charging more, then according to KVL, the resistance, the voltage across the resistance becomes low. Therefore the output voltage is low. Initially it starts here, so but at final value, so this is alpha t minus Vc, it is very less. So let it be, this is the Vi and this is Vc, Vi minus Vc. So we are getting here, so we are getting the waveform like this. Okay, this is V naught. So what is the maximum value of V naught? Here I mentioned alpha RC. If you observe this, here it doesn't depends on the T value. Okay, so this is the final value is alpha RC. Okay, this is the response for ramp signal of high pass RC circuit. Now in same way draw the response for RC greater than T. So T, and this one I mention as V naught. Okay, so otherwise here I mention as V only, here also I mention as V only. Okay, so why? Because the same plot I am representing input signal and as well as voltage across the capacitor and voltage across the resistor, nothing but output voltage. So again the input is ramp signal Vi, so it is linearly increases with respect to time. Okay, now what happened here? The RC value is much greater than the time period of the input signal. Therefore the capacitor takes more time to charging. Therefore the waveform we are getting like this. So this is Vc. So if this is Vc, then what will be the capacitor? So compared to Vc, so subtract the Vc from Vi for getting the V naught. So Vc minus Vi, so we are getting the waveform up to this point. So the capacitor waveform, if this one, then we are getting the output voltage is like this. Output voltage is like this. Okay, so this is how we are finding the response of RC high pass circuit to a ramp input. So this is about the response curve.